You guys thought I was quitting YouTube, didn't you? Can't quit yet. You guys are booking discovery calls with our team now. So, as soon as that happens in a new channel for any sort of marketing or visibility for us, we're like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing that now. So you're going to see my face a lot more on YouTube. I'm even going to I think I'm going to get a green screen or something. But if you don't recognize me yet, my name is Alex. I run an AI agency in Toronto called Peak Demand. And we're helping Canadians as well as Americans with AI adoption in a safe, meaningful, and compliant way. And you see on the news, AI fails a lot, guys. 95% of AI projects fail. The reason for that is the people who are implementing them don't have a firm grasp on the nuances required for AI automations to work properly. We do that. So generally, when teams partner up with us, the success rate increases to about 70-75%. The last 25 is the last leg of testing. If you need help with this stuff, guys, book a discovery call with us. Digital stuff, AI stuff. Today's article is not going to be so exciting. It's going to be on like more operational stuff for restaurants. So if you're not a restaurant owner, restaurant manager, it's probably irrelevant to you. You can just skip away or swipe away or whatever you got going. If you can leave a like before you leave, that'd be great. But generally, we're going to be talking about voice AI for restaurants, stop revenue loss and missed calls. So restaurants, I feel kind of bad for them in the AI sector because a lot of the tools that they're getting presented are just trash. Restaurants have tight margins. Food in general has tight margins. And when you're in an environment with tight margins, like to get the level of detail and granularity required to make an AI automation work, that's fiscally manageable. It's hard. So, the restaurant client that we're working with now, we're doing it out of the kindness of our hearts a lot of the times, but it's just important for us that we have um, a working use case for this so other Canadians can see, hey, this stuff actually works. It's like it's so funny because Peak Demand, I'm fighting to keep our reputation crystal, and we got great customers, manufacturers, transit systems, healthcare providers, but I still gotta battle all the hate of AI online. And so when I see restaurant owners like they're trying to use these tools, not working out, they think AI is bad. I'm like, you get me in the heartstrings, and I sort of want to help. This is the article that will help. I mean, if you're a restaurant, you really need help. We'll literally we'll bring you all the way to the end to make things work for you and get you a special arrangement so that everyone's sort of making money in the operation. But schedule a discovery call, find out. Let's get into it. Voiced AI receptionist for restaurants, the hidden cost of missed calls. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's a monster article, but I want to cover the main points. Um, most restaurant owners they really don't realize how much money you're losing if you're missing calls. Like it's a lot, guys. Um, so AI is great because AI is going to be able to answer 24/7 all the calls you can possibly want. As well, when you get a burst of calls, you're not waiting for the person who's answering the phone to get the other people who are on hold. The AI is just constantly answering those calls. So missed phone calls from pickup, takeout, and reservations are just an inconvenience or a measurable operational drain. And with the rising demand for direct ordering, voice AI for restaurants is emerging as one of the most reliable ways to stop the leak in 2025, obviously going to 2026. Today's diners still reach for the phone before anything else, even with online ordering and delivery apps. A significant percentage of customers prefer to call the restaurant directly. Industry reports confirm this trend, especially among guests who want customizations, allergy requests, many clarifications, or faster service than third-party platforms. So, and you're going to notice, like in these articles, when we say voice AI for restaurants, voice AI for manufacturers, logistics, all that stuff, the reason why I go and read verbatim, word for word, what's in the article is because YouTube is going to pick up these keywords and it's going to associate these keywords to our brand. And subsequently, large language models are going to associate the consistency of us talking about voice AI, referencing regulatory bodies, authorities in the space, even linking it in the articles. It's going to recognize that as us being, in the arena of voice AI, and that gets us referrals from ChatGPT, Google all the time. So, this content is dry, it's boring, but we literally have to do it to maintain pace with updating content, consistent new content, fresh content for the large language models in order to generate leads. Now, that's not unique to our agency. Like everyone has to do this stuff now. And I know it's going to be like, oh, well, we don't want to do that. It's a waste of time. It's not a waste of time, guys. The articles that we put up, Voice AI for restaurants, like we get restaurant owners finding us because of this stuff, guys. So if you're a restaurant owner and you want to get, say, more people who like your calamari, put up calamari articles. Like it's really how the world works now. Third-party delivery fees and commissions, a huge thing. And if you're doing Uber or DoorDash and stuff like that, and you feel like you're paying out the yangs to get food out the door, you might be ready for an AI agent that can just take the orders like 30 seconds, boom, on the phone, no problem, done. Pay at the restaurant. Maybe even pay over the phone through a text or a payment link or something like that. But that's a higher level integration. Voice AI, and also Google searches, like coming up with ChatGPT assistance, instant reliable responses. Even though you're a restaurant, you might think, it doesn't matter. People can just look us up online. When people are using ChatGPT, they're asking it about anything, guys. Even the food they're eating, allergies, stuff like that. Having your menu up, having the ingredients, all that stuff, it'll get you more business. It's honestly crazy how this stuff works. Like our business, like I carry the marketing engine of our business on my back. I mean, the SEO team does work too, but I make it a conscious effort myself to make sure that we get content up there every week, so that we're constantly pushing the edges of visibility. And if you're a restaurant, don't think that you don't have to do that too. I mean, if you want more traffic into the door, to start doing stuff like this, like the conventional ways of marketing, like Facebook ads and all that stuff. People are pretty like banner blind to that stuff now. The new channel, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, getting a restaurant recommendation through those channels, you'll get people at your restaurant. So again, about the phone right now, if you're on conventional system, the phone rings in the background during service. When you get a voice AI, the phone is measurable revenue channel influences your local rankings. Like literally, Google will see how many times you guys are answering the phone, the length of the conversations on the phone, in order to see, if you guys are having meaningful conversations, you're actually answering, and then they'll put your number, rank your number up higher for people searching for food. I don't want to go into all of this stuff. You guys can go to this. Well, I'm really just doing this for YouTube guys and the chat bots, but I do want to highlight some things. Restaurant phone calls still matter. Turning chaos into voice AI revenue channel. Like you can turn. Like I know if you own a restaurant right now and you're getting calls in, you're probably just like haphazardly trying to answer the phone while serving people, taking payments, stuff like that. When you have a voice AI, all you're doing is cooking food and taking money. The voice orders, the reservations, all that stuff is being done automatically. And we got a build right now for a restaurant. She is saucy. She can take a full order, multiple items in 30 seconds, guys. You can hang up on her after you leave the food that you want. Like, hey, I want pizza, onion rings, French fries, can of Coke. Bye. And she will see all that information and she'll put together the order. Now, obviously, of course, if you're doing something like that, the restaurant's probably going to call you, or the number that you called from, to see if you want the order. But if you were in a rush and you needed something quick, place the order 25, 30 seconds. If the restaurant knows you, they'll know you're coming for your order. I really think that this new style of order taking is going to be like wildfire once restaurants really get a hold of it. Guests still call restaurants to place pickup orders, ask menu questions, clarify ingredient details, make or modify reservations, check wait times, hours, or same day availability. And it's so funny because like people think, oh, everyone's ordering Uber Eats, DoorDash. No, literally, people are not liking that stuff, guys, because it's more expensive. Restaurant owners have to pay more, and the trends right now are literally going away from the Uber ordering stuff and more towards ordering online. Oh, I got a cut on my hand. Jesus Christ, cooking this morning. I'm cooking myself. Direct phone orders matter more than ever. You get higher margins on your orders. Like you can even we have the agent upselling like add-ons and sides and stuff like that. It's crazy. Repeat business and loyalty. You guys are in control of the guest interaction. You're not relying on Uber. Like when people order from Uber, they think they're doing business with Uber. You get the AI agents talking on behalf of your restaurant. They're gonna acclimate towards your restaurant. Be loyal. There's also more trust, especially for older guests who need to hear someone on the phone, need to hear all the details, ingredients, allergies, stuff like that. And because you're answering every call with an agent, you're never losing an order or a customer opportunity. Like you're capturing everyone. You're not going to hear the phone ring and then miss the call. That's probably a very hard feeling for restaurant owners when they're busy. Now, when it comes to the getting it found through chatbots and large language models, that's the GEO part. GEO is a generative engine optimization, and that's when we're looking at putting your restaurant online in a meaningful way where people are searching for their favorite food, allergies, stuff like that, and you guys are showing up. Obviously, it has to do with your locality. Are you in a busy area for people buying stuff? Is your food good? Are your prices good? But you can increase your visibility through large language models. And obviously, we have the call revenue model, quantifying missed calls with voice AI receptionist. First step is call volume. Second step is answer rate. Third step is the line value or the average order value per call. And the fourth step is the lifetime value of the customer. So, how much calls are you getting is the call volume. The answer rate, how many calls are you answering on a regular basis? If you use AI, it's 100%, which is great. The average order value per call, so maybe $20, $30, $40, $100, who knows? And then you multiply that out by the lifetime of the value of the customer. And you should get an idea of how much your phone line is worth for your restaurant. Let's see, example calculation here. So let's just say a business restaurant gets 120 inbound calls a day. They miss 35% of the calls. Average takeout order is $38. A typical customer orders 3 to 5 times per month. So you're looking at roughly $1,600 missed per day if you're getting 120 calls a day. That's about $48,000 a month and over $500,000 a year. So you can see how the numbers start to scale up quickly. If you're a hyper busy restaurant, you're losing out on quite a bit of revenue. The final takeaway for the call revenue model is missing calls will lose you business. It will lose you ranking on Google. You don't want to do that stuff. Like if you have a phone number on Google, you're missing calls, Google will rank you lower if you're not answering those calls, guys. Voice AI really helps. And then I go into the GEO 3-layer model for restaurants or for any business, but for restaurants in particular, I'll touch on it a little bit here. First layer is a relevance layer. This is your SEO stuff, guys. You have to have basic level technical SEO to even get into the conversation in GEO. That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. People come into our discovery rooms. Oh, I want to get leads from ChatGPT. We say, how much SEO have you done? Oh, we haven't started SEO. Don't even think about ChatGPT unless you have SEO, guys. I'll tell you that right now. Authority layer. That's basically third-party signals for your restaurant. What are they saying about it? You're getting reviews from review websites, from customers. Reviews really matter, guys. ChatGPT, large language models, they read reviews and determine whether you have authority in the space. The validation layer is going to be having consistent information across directories, Google My Business Profile, Facebook pages. You want to have the same address, phone number everywhere to make sure that the large language models can determine that you are, in fact, the correct entity that they're going to reference in conversation. Let me see. How AI assistants decide who to recommend for phone orders. So it's funny. We're going to get to a world where AI agents are going to be having conversations with restaurateurs, and restaurateurs are like, who could I just call to place my order without having to go to Uber Eats? And you can come up in those searches, guys, if your generative engine optimization visibility is up to par. Let's see here. I mean, you guys can go to this article and read it. I used to read these full articles, but I just want to get keywords out so the transcript can pick them up and send them through the LLMs. What voice AI for restaurants actually does. Restaurant owners often imagine voice AI as something abstract or really technical. In reality, voice AI for restaurants is highly practical. Upgrade to the phone, designed to answer calls exactly when staff can't and follow a clear branded script every time. And so answer calls within fixed number of rings, 1 to 2 rings, AI agent picks up, greet callers with a branded script, take complete orders from the menu that we train into the agents, confirm items and order totals, complex complex emotional or VIP calls to humans. That's call escalation conditions, like when does a call need to get escalated, why, transfers. And we can also integrate into POS systems, merchant payment systems, if the payment systems that you have API interoperability. I mean, order throttling and prep times, I would say we try our best to let the callers know through the AI agent that it takes 20 minutes to put your order together. But if you're a restaurant owner, you're going to take every single order you possibly can. Let's get serious, guys. You can look at a hybrid model where the AI can route the calls, take the orders, and route the calls to human staff. But generally, if you have a full contact center of staff here, you're going to be looking at implementing AI to see if you can free some of the time up. So it really doesn't make a difference. We take the orders from the voice AI, send them to email. It's very easy, like custom email, everything about the order, what that person said, what the AI said to confirm the order, like it's crazy, guys, the level of detail we put into these agents. After hours, missed calls get reduced. Obviously, if you have people calling during times when you guys are closed, they can redirect them to open times. Even take orders for when this place opens. I think I'm going to keep this one relatively short, but quick wins for restaurants. If you're looking at like SEO first and GEO, it's really important that you guys are using like social media profiles, Yelp listings, delivery platforms, all that stuff. The AI is going to go through all that stuff, look for name, address, phone number. Like having availability on DoorDash, Uber Eats will get you more leads through GEO, through large language model surfacing. So being there, being everywhere is important, guys. You need to have max visibility at all times. So it helps with the validation layer when the large language models are trying to determine if you're actually this entity that exists. And it's so funny because I'm talking. You might be a restaurant owner going, "What the fuck is this guy talking about? I don't even understand what he's saying." Guys, book a discovery call. We'll dumb it down for you if required. But really, I'm just going through this conversation for the transcript being indexed through YouTube. All this technical mumbo jumbo doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but you guys, I don't care. Measuring the impact, how voice AI receptionist reduces missed calls and recovers revenue. So you want to look at how many calls you're getting, how many calls you're currently missing, and then compare that to when you implement an AI agent. That's going to show you an uplift in revenue, uplift in answer rates, order taking. You generally see an uplift across the board for all these metrics once you install the agent. Let's see what else we got to do here. Yeah, I do see this happening. Like GEO is going to be getting more and more conversations with humans as time passes, and these are the types of questions humans are going to be asking. Which restaurants can I just call to place an order? Which restaurants answer the phone quickly? Where can I take a takeout order by phone? Give me the menu for that. Let me call them. Like it's all going to be done through the large language models, guys. I feel kind of bad. I don't feel bad. Feel bad for Uber, DoorDash. These guys make billions, but that marketplace is going to lose some of its share to some of these direct order AI agents because restaurant owners are going to save money because they're not paying Uber out the ass, but they're also going to have more connection and loyalty to customers because customers are going to be interacting directly with their brand as opposed to Uber. And that's pretty much it. And I would say, like, you can get into all the metrics, but that's pretty much it. Like, using voice AI to take orders is just better, guys. It's better than not answering the phone if your staff is too busy. Restaurant owners we speak to say we don't want to hire someone full time to just answer phones when they're going to be working 2 hours a day and the rest of the day they're not doing anything. It doesn't make sense financially. Can we just get a robot to do it when we get those bursts in activity or when our restaurant is in peak demand? If you guys are taking in why our company is called Peak Demand, we're using AI to manage those peak demand scenarios for your business. Bottom line. And I would say if you have experimented with any sort of voice AI system so far and you're having trouble, definitely book a call with us, guys. We see this so much, guys. We see people try to use AI so much and not get it to work that to us, we're just like, hey, unless you're doing this stuff every day, guys, you're not going to get there. It sucks. I cannot tell you how much this business sucks, guys. No one likes to do it. Not even the people who work here. These guys are getting there to the point where it's like, oh, we're building robots now, and they can't. They're having fun with it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you build 10, 20 robots, you're drained. Like this stuff is drained. Like look at my face, guys. But if you need help with it, let us know. We're really good at it. So that's pretty much it. If you take any sort of or have any sort of value from this type of content, hit like, leave us a nice comment, no problem. If you don't like it, guys, if you don't like the idea of AI, what's going on here? If you don't like the idea of AI, hit dislike, leave us a mean comment. And it all matters. Like, all this engagement is really important to us because, again, it feeds our generative engine optimization through large language models in a very meaningful way. We got a pretty comprehensive FAQ here as well. Again, going to get indexed by Google as well as large language models to get more restaurants in here. But this will answer a lot of your questions. And then, of course, this is when you really get into the GEO stuff, putting JSON raw bodies into your text. That's what we're doing, guys. So anyways, if you like this one, like and subscribe. If you didn't, drop some hate. We love it. But I'm really looking forward to more restaurants being able to take orders over the phone. I really believe this Uber stuff and all this DoorDash stuff, it's like, some restaurants are probably going to have, hey, if you order through our AI agent, we'll give you 10% off. When that starts to happen, guys, oh boy, Uber better watch out, because AI discounts, oh God, it's going to be, it's going to be crazy, guys. Anyways, looking forward to the next one. Bye now.